Welcome back to WaterparkRanger's Let's Play Wind Waker. In the last episode, we went to the final island of the Great Sea that we haven't explored, 7 Star Isles, and in this episode, we're encountering the final big octo of the entire ocean. This one is not as much of a pushover as the others. Fortunately, I think we can still win this fight using our boomerang, because this one has 12 eyes, meaning that defeating it is no small task. Unless you're me, in which case well, no. Actually, I'd consider that big octos are slightly more risky than most bosses in the game, just for the fact that if you mess up once, you do have to start the whole fight over. Even if you don't really take any damage. It's annoying to have to go and search them out again, because I'm not so sure if they have preset locations around where the seagulls fly. I think maybe they shift around quadrants a bit. I'm not certain though, that might not be the case. Anyway, the fact is they're kind of frustrating to find, so losing against them is not a good thing. Anyway, I think that's just one more eye we gotta break. No, 2, never mind. Actually, it's more like Kodak film. Don't know why I made that reference. Anyway, we finally defeated the last big octo of the entire game. And down it goes into the depths. I feel kind of bad about defeating them. They're really cool. I don't like making big, awesome things go extinct. Anyway, we should probably pull up that treasure that it's got. Hey, that's so cool seeing those 3 sea platforms over there lined up in a row. It's like the 3 towers instead of the 2 towers. Now let's dip this right in here. Oh man. Fortunately, we're not going to have to use our grappling hook for pulling things out of the sea much longer. I'm sure that's something you're really happy about. Because by now you've gotten used to seeing this cutscene like... Wow, how many times? More than 50, I'm sure. Whoa, it's the final piece of heart! Awesome! Now we have 20 heart containers! Wow, it took us long enough. Okay, suffice to say, there are no more heart pieces or heart containers to be had in the entire game. We have the maximum life capacity. We really have just about maximum everything at this point. And now, really, all that's left to do is, get those last Triforce Shards, and any other treasures that we haven't pulled up yet from our charts. So I'm warping over to Southern Fairy Island, and then, I think because the wind is facing south, all we really have to do is keep sailing south to go to where the next treasure to pull up is located, over there at Two Eye Reef. Okay, we've arrived at Two Eye Reef. Not for an annoying sped-up segment, because fortunately the days of those are long past. All we need to really worry about now is just pulling up the treasure from inside the reef itself. I don't know why I remember this, but I'm pretty sure that the treasure that you get from defeating the cannons at Two Eye Reef is the treasure chart that eventually leads to the secret cave chart at Overlook Island. And I think the Triforce Shard at Overlook Island leads to the Triforce Shard back here. So it's a really weird combination. Of course, I could be getting that wrong, because I haven't really, for all the things I know about Wind Waker, I don't really know too much about charts and where they lead, especially numerically. But I'm pretty sure I'm right about that because it's like number 13 or something like that. Anyway, we're going to be sailing in this direction that you saw me set the wind to head over to Shark Isle. Not because it's fun to fight those guys, because it is, but because there's a treasure there that we haven't pulled up yet, and I'm going to take care of that right now. Morning on Shark Island. You know what I really love? I love the little chime that plays at the beginning of every new morning. That's why I don't like using the Song of Passing to make it go to morning, because although morning arguably is just more fun to be around the night in this game, I really like the do-do-do-do. It's so nice. I think that's been around since Ocarina of Time. The little morning theme that kicks in. Yeah, actually I'm pretty sure Ocarina of Time was also the first Zelda game that incorporated, like, a legit night and day cycle. Because I know in Link to the Past there is a night part at the beginning, but it doesn't really cycle through night and day until Ocarina of Time. And even in most Zelda games they don't have a time cycle. Like in Phantom Hourglass and Spirit Tracks they don't. I'm pretty sure the handheld ones don't have it either. Although Pokemon did. Though honestly, I'm playing Crystal now, and it's kind of tough for me to get used to it. I kind of just liked it how it was in yellow. It was so simple back then. Pokemon these days is not what it used to be. Anyway, we're returning to Outset Island, because there is only one more thing to pull up, and it's right over there. Ah, nostalgia. I really love Outset Island. It's probably my favorite island in the game, just because it's just so nostalgic. That's all there is to it. And it's really fitting that the last island that we could be returning to, but to pull something up from in the entire ocean, is right where the story began. And it looks like it's back here somewhat, but it's kind of in an annoying position. So I'm going to be changing our wind direction, facing directly north. Also, for a reason that you'll see later. It is going to be very awesome. In my opinion, at least. Anyway, right here, or I should say right over there, where we are about now, we'll be claiming the very last of the sunken treasures in the whole ocean. Wow, it's finally I can legitimately say that it's coming down on the end, and I've been saying legitimately a lot. I don't know, it's a fun word to say. Legitimately, or legit for short. So if you've been watching our charts carefully, you know exactly what we're going to be pulling up here. It's not a heart, it's not a rupee. Triforce Shard! We have them all. At last you found the last shard. Fused together, all 8 form the Triforce of Courage! See, it even goes right to our quest status screen and shows us how it formed into the Triforce of Courage, which honestly looks like a bubble from the way it's shining like that. It's like we could pop it with a needle. Well done, Jack. With the shards you have collected, the Triforce of Courage is now complete at last. We must make for Hyrule, quickly. Alright, let's make for Hyrule quickly. But before we do that, let's leave Outset Island in a rather awesome fashion. I think this ought to do it. I just want to warp from about the middle of the island, more or less. It's so awesome! Goodbye, Outset Island! It was really fun visiting you again. How many times have we visited you? Probably about 5. Alright. Well, that's enough for now. Like he said, we're going to warp back to the Tower of the Gods in order to go back to Hyrule and to Zelda's side. Alright, and I set the wind to north earlier, that way we could just press a button and go right into the Tower of the Gods without delay. And check it out. Everything is taken care of. There's not a single thing that has not been checked. And also, of course, the Ghost Ship chart no longer shows anything on it. Our Incredible chart's complete as well. So we pretty much just have all the charts here. I'm just cycling through them so you can see them. In case there's one that you forgot that we got, this is basically just a list of everything complete. If you look at the icons, it says 49 times 49 times 49. Or something like that. A bunch of times 49s. Basically that means that we have 49 out of 49 treasure charts and 49 out of 49 boxes complete that each treasure chart led to. And there's the complete map. With all that said and done, we're never going to be using charts again, so let's head right through here to the end game. Well done, Jack. You must show the Triforce piece you've assembled to the gods. Somehow that opens the portal again. Still don't understand how that works. Oh, what is this? There, on your hand. The Triforce piece now dwells within you. It is a Triforce of Courage, proof that you are indeed the true hero. You have controlled the wind and crossed the seas, and here, near the end of your quest, the power of the gods has been bestowed upon you. Surely, from this moment on, you shall be known as the Hero of Winds. Jack, Hero of Winds, go forth, to Hyrule, to Zelda's side. Alright already, we'll go in. Well, we're saying goodbye to the Great Sea, so goodbye, Great Sea. It was really annoying pulling up all that stuff out of the water. But seriously, I'm glad that's over. This has been a long Let's Play, and now we can really start to enjoy the ending. Because this is the final sequence right here. I am concerned about Princess Zelda. Quickly, go into the castle and confirm her safety. Alright, we're going to be confirming the safety of Zelda next episode. Inside the castle. See you then.